This is why I train in martial arts. Besides the 16-year-old girl in Lincolnwood, Illinois, that stabbed somebody, apparently there's been a whole rash of stabbings by passengers in Uber or drivers in Uber. So I'm just going to make a little montage of this stuff, starting with the girl in Illinois. Just go to YouTube and type in "stab Uber driver" if you want to see all of them and get the full goriness of it. I'm going to start with this one.
Begin with a developing story. A 16-year-old girl charged with a horrific murder. What police say the young suspect did before attacking a north suburban Uber driver. Good afternoon. I'm Erica Sargent.
And I'm Rob Johnson. Police say the knife and machete attack was random. CBS 2's Lauren Victory live in Skokie, where the defendant just appeared in court. Lauren.
Rob and Erica, a judge ordered no bail because he said the defendant tried to run from the scene and allegedly changed her clothes. That judge also noted how violent this homicide was.
Help me, I'm going to die.
Prosecutors say those were some of Grant Nelson's last words to strangers as he bled to death on a Lincolnwood lawn. The 34-year-old Uber driver, the victim of a random attack on Touhy and Lincoln Avenues early Tuesday morning. The suspect, a 16-year-old girl. Police pieced it together quickly.
They also observed the victim's phone open to the Uber app and sees that he was driving a passenger named Eliza.
Attorneys say Eliza Wozni took 3 ride shares that night. At 1:25 a.m., an Uber to a train station in Des Plaines.
Crazed Uber driver stabs passenger for tapping on his window. This is Uber driver Jacob Matthew Alleman. He was picking up a couple from a holiday party in Bloomfield, Michigan this past weekend. The man tapped on Alleman's window, an action that reportedly angered the 23-year-old driver. Police say Alleman felt the man disrespected his car by tapping, so he pulled into a parking lot and told the couple to get out. They asked if they could wait for another ride since there was a snowstorm on, but then Alleman started fighting the man. Alleman stabbed the man 5 times in his face, chest, and neck. But amazingly, the 49-year-old victim managed to disarm and restrain the driver until a nearby police officer arrived. The victim was treated at the hospital and released the following day.
For Complex News, I'm Hanuman Welch, with a story that hits on both surveillance paranoia and transportation horror. CBS San Francisco recently got their hands on a dash cam recording of a woman viciously stabbing a San Mateo cab driver in the neck. Just a heads up, this is graphic.
But in an instant, the passenger stabs the driver in the neck. An attack captured in all its horrific detail on the cab's surveillance camera.
The cab driver survived the attack, and the video evidence was used to prosecute the woman. However, instead of being sent to state prison, the video was used by the woman's defense, arguing that her behavior was a sign of mental illness, and she was sent to a state mental hospital instead.
This is interesting. This is what a YouTuber, they call himself Uberman, had to say about stabbings in Ubers.
This is crazy. This is crazy. You think drivers need to be better trained how to handle situations where passengers are stabbing other passengers? This shouldn't have happened in the first place. They shouldn't have even mentioned drivers at all. But Harry Campbell is right about this. There is a double standard. I got sidetracked because I'm really passionate about this. I think that the Chicago Tribune maybe inadvertently made it seem like drivers should have more of a responsibility to passengers. We absolutely should not. We already care.
I can't promise you that we're going to cover cab driving scenarios in class every week or Uber driving scenarios in class every week, especially when I can't get you to practice the preparatory moves so that you can defend yourself against a knife. And another thing, I mean, it looks like we have several stories. In 3 out of the 4 instances, the person stabbed managed to fight off and even disarm the stabber. So
I've got proof.
You want to tell me there's absolutely nothing we can do to defend against a knife? There's nothing we can do, right? There's got to be something because people are doing it.
I've got proof.
Even if it's natural, responses, we got to know what it was. And the guy that was being stabbed by a lady in the back seat, he put his arm up to block the knife. Blocking a response that some people say never actually happens, but apparently it does.
Safe. They make you feel comfortable. You ever seen the Uber commercials? They're not scary. They don't show people getting shaped with knives. They don't show their drivers with guns shooting up cities as they take passengers around. They make it appear soft, safe. And have you seen the latest videos? Latest videos make me ill. I'm about to get sick just thinking about it. They have been showing veterans, and they went even further than veterans, being able to come home and find a good, stable job. No. They went even further. Now they're targeting veterans' families, military that are overseas, and the families that are stuck at home, just trying to find work, trying to find something that fits into their schedule. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm all about the military, and I'm damn sure all about the military's families that are left behind without their loved ones. 100%. So that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that Uber is sick for targeting these people and trying to get sympathy from the public and basically making themselves look better than they really are. They're not looking out for veterans. They're not looking out for active military. They're not looking out for the military's family.
I better stop before they get rid of Uberman and Uber. But anyway, you know who will look out for you? You and yourself and God. And you can help that happen by taking a martial arts class. I'm going to see if I can find some more of these Uber incidents. Oh, real quick, I want to go back to the 16-year-old girl. Do you see this look in her eyes right here? Now, I'm sure they managed to find in one photo where she does look like this. You can be in the video. See that stare in her eyes? That is that 1,000-yard stare, psychopathic stare. I don't care if I'm just driving and it's pouring down raining. If you look like that, I'm not picking you up. Say I'm not a Christian by my love. I love my life, and I'm not picking you up if I think you're going to stab me with a machete. I wouldn't pick up anybody that had a machete in their hand, straight up. Nope. You know what? If it's a zombie apocalypse and you just killed 2 zombies and you can make it to the car without the zombies coming with you, I might let you in the car there. Maybe.
Her to go to his kid's mother.
Witnesses say the victim, a 21-year-old mother, was stabbed while outside in her bathrobe. The victim's downstairs neighbor heard the victim's boyfriend arguing with a Lyft driver. The victim suffered a serious but non-life-threatening stab wound.
She got a robe and underclothes on, so that would indicate that either she left out as soon as they got here and went upstairs and got ready for bed and came back downstairs because he didn't come up yet, or she was never in the car.
A taxi driver has been stabbed to death in a brutal random killing outside the Fitzroy police station. Mohammed Mukhtar was walking the short distance to his home when he was attacked and left in the street to die. His father stumbling across the crime scene when he went to search for his missing son.
That was in Melbourne, Australia. And first, let me just issue an apology to any cab drivers I may have looked at sideways because you had to partition in your car. I'm sorry, I didn't know that it was this dangerous. And second, unless we are going to have cab drivers wear stab vests, which would be a good idea, what else do you think they need to do?
Call 301-894-6616. You want to find out more? Go to cecilryu.org, cecilryu.org. Peace.